by the Borg. Resistance is futile.
But it's a resistor. Resistance is what it does. Hey guys, if you're ever stuck for inspiration, try visiting artstation.com, which is filled with some incredible stuff. Whilst perusing, I stumbled across this amazing artwork by Frey G, and I had one of those "I wish I could do that" moments. Ironically, I was in the mood for making a skull ring, but I thought, why not combine the two ideas? Here you can see a skull I'd already prepared. If you're doing 3D sculpting, it's often useful to keep a library of stuff to work with, and this skull is something I made for my library. Now, I wanted desperately to do something like Frey G. Not the same, obviously, but similar. And I don't mind admitting that initially I was struggling a bit. So, I won't lie, I began by following Frey's example. And that's not too bad a thing to do. We learn by emulating our betters, but it's important to give them credit and to strive not to be just the same, but to try to find ourselves. So, that said, at the beginning, I found myself copying pretty darn closely. I placed quite basic shapes in much the same configuration as Frey, all in an effort to look electromechanical. I was striving not to copy, but I found it difficult to find my way at first, even though I was just adding cubes, rectangles and spheres. Slowly I added more small shapes, all the time striving to be different, but regularly finding that I needed the guidance of a better artist. At some point, though quite when I'm not sure, I found that I'd stopped looking at Frey's examples. Maybe I'd memorised them, or maybe I was finally beginning to find my own way. I began to develop the confidence to overlap pieces, though I was initially terrified that I was ruining work I'd already done. But actually, I started to enjoy it. Then I found myself moving away from basic shapes and adding organic shapes, which somehow, for me, made it look even better. This took me a couple of days, and I have to thank Frey G for his or her influence. I still think this piece needs a little more work, but regardless, I decided to test it out through casting. I was very surprised how well the print came out. It was printed on a frozen Mini 8K using Siraya Tech Cast resin, experimenting with these settings. And I was amazed how these very tiny pieces managed to show through. I just hoped it would cast as well as it looked. Well, that looks quite promising. Let's clean it up a bit. There are a few little flaws. I think I undersprued it. But with this design, I really don't mind. So there you go guys, a futuristic skull ring, an amalgamation of cybernetics and human flesh. Who knows, maybe this bloke fell out of his flying sports car, smashed in half his face and then went to the wrong plastic surgeon. Whether he liked it or not, I do. I might even work on it some more. Let me know your thoughts on that. So that's it for this video guys. Take care and thanks for watching.